Well, hello, hello, hello. Much love to you all. May God bless you all. Smash that like button, share this out. So, we're seeing houses of worship across the country increase in security in response with the deadly attacks on religious communities. So, before we say, one of the attacks was on Catholics and one was on Latter day Saints, let's look at the actual disturbing stuff here that evil doesn't care about denominations. Evil just thinks, well, these people go here. A lot of people that are in a certain way think, well, these communities hate me, et cetera, et cetera. And we're seeing an increased violence that is happening across not just America, but beyond America. And from mass shootings to vandalism to assaults, these incidents have forced faith communities to adapt a new reality where safety concerns are an everyday consideration. Um, you know, Places like here in the UK aren't used to this. People in Nigeria that no one ever talks about. I mean, we occasionally, bring it up at least once a week to talk about this because a lot of Christian communities are not acknowledging what is happening in places like Nigeria, where there is intense, you know, persecution. But as we are seeing these things ramp up, and of course, there's been these brothers and sisters in Christ that always like, you know what, persecution, this stuff ain't happening here. Guys, we just had Michigan last week, and of course, people say, well, it was Latter day Saints. Hey, let God sort it all out. The Jewish congregations are preparing for Yom Kippur, the holiest day in the Jewish calendar. And you know that they're doing stuff like bag checks, metal detectors, armed guards to protect their members. August, we had the Minneapolis Catholic school shootings. And it was sad to see how these kids were traumatized. Um, and then there was an assault on a Capitol Jewish museum in Washington, D.C. Earlier this year. October 2nd in Manchester, just today, there was a huge attack that happened in Manchester. I have a brother in Christ out in Manchester. I'm getting ready after this to message him to make sure he's okay because Thursdays he street preaches. He street preaches out there Thursdays in Manchester. So please keep his ministry in prayers, guys. I've been on a few of his live streams. He's a real good brother in Christ. But guys, these are increasing, and you have a community around us that act like these things aren't happening. Um, 2019, there was this mosque shooting in New Zealand, killed 51 worshippers. We're seeing an increase of attacks on people that go into buildings to worship. And this needs to be talked about, not just what's happening in this country, UK, other countries, what's happening in Nigeria, what's happening actually here soon. I'm getting ready to record another Voice of the Martyrs over on Pastor Hank podcast to talk about more stories of the people that are going through persecution. But guys, I mean, look at the days we're living in. Harvard University just hired a drag queen. And I mean, hey, this really is the name they're naming him, Lahore Vagistan. What a really out there name. But, you know, they're serving as an associate professor of theater, dance, and performance studies. And Harvard's a very expensive school. People are going to be paying thousands upon thousands of dollars to see Lahore Vagistan. And no, I'm not repeating that name again because it's funny, even though it might be a little funny to some people that they named it that. But that's just because this person is completely a demon walking on the face of the earth to name themselves Lahore Vagistan. One thing for sure, they are a whore. Anybody that is not in the doctrine of Jesus Christ, the true doctrine of the Bible, they go whoring after other gods. They go whoring after things that aren't of the Bible. So, guys, this is just more increased signs of the times. Not that we're going to dwell on these signs, but guys, we need to be alert. We are living in some very, very peculiar times. You can't even go shopping without needing to be prepared. You can't even go fishing without needing to be prepared. You can't go hiking on in a state park without being prepared. Because yes, people have died this year doing these things. People have been shot hiking, shot while fishing, and doing things like this. Shot while they're at the grocery store. There's nowhere we can go that is safe in today's world. That's why we need to be anchored in Jesus Christ. And I'm going to continue to say it because so many people are falling away from God in this country. And you need to get your lives right with God. Guys, I don't know if it's my voice just sounds really annoying to people or you just can't handle the truth. I'm going to check this video out. Maybe this one too. Um, these are very low videos, but hey, hey, I can talk about Trump, 86 million bank accounts because everybody loves money so much. Tell you about a mark of a beast type of things coming. Sing a song. Everybody wants part of that. You don't want parts of studies? You don't want studies? What's up? What's up, guys? You don't want studies? Come on. Come on. Be edified. Be edified. Go in and check out this YouTube short too, guys. So keep your eyes on the prize, Jesus Christ, guys. Please hit that like button on the way out. We fight from victory, not from defeat, no matter what happens. You know, we don't see other countries doing armed guards, but I think in this country and in the United Kingdom, we need to seriously start taking into consideration that we're quickly becoming a country like Nigeria and other countries where they're not even safe going into a place of worship without getting shot, assaulted, stabbed, beaten up, place burnt down. So, guys, swallow that pill that this is the America you live in nowadays. Much love and may God bless you.